Welcome back to Tech House and Speed, NASCAR Free Radio. We're going to British Columbia right now to talk to Patrick Richard. His championships are almost too numerous to mention. 2008, 2009, Canadian champion, 2005, 2004, American champion, North American champion in 2004. Suffice to say, he's one of the fastest drivers in North America. We've got some headlines from him that you'll hear in just a minute. First of all, let's hear from Patrick Richard, getting ready for the Tall Pines Rally coming up in Canada this weekend.
Yeah, the Tall Pines Rally is coming up in 3 days, and the guys have already left. I'm flying out tomorrow, so should be good.
The car's already gone?
Yeah, it's a long haul from our shop out here in BC. It's 3 or 4 day drive, so they left on the weekend. It's actually going to be a great event. It's a nice event because it's at the end of the season. All the championships, the drivers' championships are decided. There's still an outside chance Subaru can win the manufacturer's championship. But what that really means is there's no excuse for anybody to go slow. No saving the car. It's going to be a flat-out battle to the end. And this is a very, very tricky event with a lot of jumps. So it's going to be total mayhem on the stages and really good for the fans.
All right, Patrick Richard, tell me, talk some smack. Who's going to win this thing?
Of course I'm going to win. I mean, I like to think that anyway. We got some really good competition. We got the 2011 Rally America champion David Higgins. We got the 2010 Rally America champion Antoine Lestage. I'm the 2009 Canadian Rally champion, multiple champion at Tall Pines Rally itself. So any three of us can probably take the victory. And if the three of us happen to fall off the road, which is more than likely at an event like this, we got some quick up-and-comers like Leo Erlichich who might be able to squeak onto the podium in first place. So it's going to be a flat-out battle, and I hope I come out on top.
All right, now that's the PC answer, Patrick. Tell me the real answer. Who's going to win this thing?
Well, Antoine's never beaten me at Tall Pines, so...
Now, see, that's the Patrick Richard that I know and love. Talk some smack. Who's going to win this thing?
I'm going to win it. I'm going to try my darndest. If I can stay on the road, I mean, it's going to be one of those events. You got to stay on the. If I can stay on the road, I think we're going to take it. But David Higgins has got a pretty quick car, pretty quick team. Don't know how they're really going to do. If there's snow on the ground, I really, really think that it's going to be a big advantage for us. If it's dry, it's kind of anybody's game. Because if it's dry, it's all about wrecking less.
When we last talked, you were in the dyno room. You had to leave the dyno room to talk to me. Did you find some secrets? You're going to have some more horsepower in your Subaru this weekend?
No, we haven't really done too many upgrades for this weekend. At the last event, the Pacific Forest Rally, we found that we were finally on pace with Antoine equipment-wise. So in the interest of reliability, we've kind of left the car the same, but I think we'd like to let driving speak for itself. I really hope to see some icy roads, and that'll really be an equalizer and hopefully give us a leg up on David Higgins, who we know is really, really fast.
All right. Now, this is also a follow-up on our last conversation. You told me that you had tested some new cars, including the Mini. I called my contacts at the Mini WRC team, and I asked them to tell me a little bit about the test. They sent me right back to you, Patrick Richard. So I'm asking you again, what about this test?
Well, it was pretty cool. I got to drive a couple current spec WRC cars in the last few months. I did a test over in Europe just a day after the Rally de Saint-Agathe, which was in September. And what I found was really interesting. The current spec WRC cars are very, what's the right word, not as sophisticated as they used to be the last time I drove one. They don't have the active diffs, they don't have the active suspension. A lot of the trickery that we're used to seeing in those high-spec cars is now gone in the interests of some cost-saving measures and also in the interest of simplicity. But what I did find was that our cars here in North America actually have way more jam. They're quite a bit quicker in a straight line, but those cars do have an advantage in terms of the weight department and in the handling. So I thought it would be pretty interesting if someone were to bring a WRC car, a current spec WRC car here in North America. I think it would. I think our open class cars would, on certain rallies, might be at an advantage, and on some others maybe at a disadvantage. But it'll be close either way.
Is that something that Patrick Richard is thinking of doing for next year?
Well, to be honest, back in September, I was totally thinking about that. That was kind of on the radar for me. But just in the last week and a half, I just renewed my contract with Subaru Canada for 2012.
Oh, a headline!
Yeah.
See,
so,
I knew there was a reason why I needed to call you. That my spidey sense told me that I need to talk to Patrick Richard. So you re-upped with Subaru?
Yeah, and I think it's a little bit of a scoop for you. You're the first person I've spoken to about it, so it's great for the team. I'm really happy about it. We're happy that Subaru has renewed their faith in myself and our team here at Rocket Rally. So 2012 is going to be a great year.
That is a big breakthrough for you, dude, because you weren't sure of that the last time we talked. So this is an important step. That's a good step. It helps you build your business. You don't have to start over again with Mini or any of the other. You were talking about Volkswagen. You don't have to start over again with anybody else.
Yeah, I mean it's great. I mean I've been involved with Subaru for about 12 years now, and we weren't really sure where they wanted to go, but it's been a tough time for all the Japanese manufacturers this year because of the tsunami. But given that that's been the case, and the fact that Subaru has renewed this early, but even before the end of the season, it's a great testimony to their faith in the team and our abilities to be on the circuit. And to be honest, I like to think Tech House and Speed had something to do with it. Maybe letting out the cat out of the bag about those WRC tests, maybe help push a few people in the right direction. But
now, whether that is true or not, I'm going to take credit for that, Patrick Richard. you know
much,
me.
Phil.
I'm going to sit there and I'm going to toot the horn and bang the drum and make everybody notice that it was because of Tech House and Speed that Patrick Richard is hooked up with Subaru again.
Yeah, I'm going to owe you one.
I imagine it didn't hurt either that Max, and the name just leaped out of my head, the guy that you're bringing along that's from the MX-5 series, he is doing splendidly, and I assume that helped also.
Yeah, we've got a customer.
What's his name now?
Max Riddle.
Riddle, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a customer, Max Riddle. He's been developing phenomenally. He hasn't even been in the sport for a year yet. His first anniversary of rallying is going to be in the first weekend of December, and so far he's sort of taken the Canadian Series by storm. He's had a number of top 5 overall finishes at nationals, including Oregon Trail, which is a Rally America national event. And this weekend he's got a chance to clinch the novice championship, which is pretty much unheard of for a guy who's just started in the sport, and hopefully he'll be able to accomplish that this weekend. And I really do think he's a rising star in the sport, and possibly we're looking at the future of the sport. The guy's only 21. I mean, if he can, he's come in top 5 nationals in 2 or 3 years. Who knows what's possible with Max?
Now, wait a minute, dude. When I met you, you weren't more than 22. You didn't even have a beard. And now you've got this beard, and you're an old man, and you're bringing young kids in and all this sort of thing. You're the veteran of the sport now. I
know it feels a bit weird to be the veteran. I remember so splendidly, like, wondering how did those fast guys do what they're doing, and what do I have to do to do that? And I always thought it was actually impossible. I couldn't figure it out. And one day, John Buffum, he was on your show just a few days ago. John told me once, a trick was trust the tires; they'll just magically grip, and it kind of stuck with me. And it kind of helped me figure a lot of stuff out. And hopefully, I think Max is going to be one of those guys that figures it out in the next year, and we'll see him on the podium at almost every race in 2012.
So, Patrick Richard, let me step back a little bit here. This isn't a rabbit hole. I remember the first time I went at speed on a road with a front-wheel drive car, and I felt the car being pulled through the turn, and that was the first time that I ever felt that in a front-wheel drive. When you first felt the tires gripping and you had to put your trust in them and you said, all right, here it goes, John, I'm going to see if that works, what'd you think?
Oh, I thought it was magic. It's one thing for the car to be sliding around, but it's sliding, and your natural instinct is to prevent it from sliding. But if you just let it slide and just take stock and pause for a sec, all of a sudden it all just starts to work like magic. And our times, we increased by seconds a kilometer just by staying calm and letting it kind of hang out there. So it's a pretty special feeling, and once you feel it, you can't get enough of it. It's a little bit of a drug, this sport we do.
Did you feel like a rally driver after that one moment?
Well, I think everybody feels like a rally driver the first time they drive on snow, whether it's in a rally car or not. But I think it took me quite some time to get to the point where I was able to earn my stripes and get seat time to win a national event. But I think my first national win was back in 2001 or 2000, could be 2002, and after that, the confidence started building and building, and I think after I won my first national championship was when I really started to think or feel more like a rally driver.
Wow, Patrick Richard, you're back with Subaru, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Seriously, we laughed and joked about that, but congratulations. When I hung up the phone with you before, it's like, ooh, these are dangerous times, and to be outside a contract with somebody in your business. So, congratulations. That's a major step.
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. And I did want to give a shout-out to everybody over at Subaru Canada. They've been really supportive of us and myself and the team, and without their support, I wouldn't be where I am, and they really deserve a good shout-out because they've been tremendously helpful.
Does that mean that Patrick Richard is going to be back in the United States, where I've been begging you to come back and run regularly?
It definitely means I'm going to be there for at least 2 events next year, and now that I've been able to confirm our agreement with Subaru Canada this early, there's a good shot at us getting some more funding from some other sources to maybe hit a few more rounds of the Rally America Championship.
So that's like Olympus and Oregon?
Yeah, for sure. And then hopefully we'll hit a few more of my favorites, maybe even Snowdrift.
We need some more, dude. We need to have you down here. We need to have more than just Antoine and David at the front of the line. We need to have you in there stealing some times and making them honest.
Yeah, I'd love to. I think we're kind of back on our game. So I think I'd like to give them a run for their money, or at least keep them honest if we can't.
Good luck this weekend at Tall Pines, and thanks for a few minutes of your time. I know you didn't plan on this today, but thanks for a few minutes.
Oh, appreciate it. Anytime, Bill.